And yeah, I wanted to ask you something. So a lot of times on IG Live, you say, guys, I have ADD, just, help me with
But
attention.
I truly do. Yes.
And I want to say it gives me, I really appreciate that you're being open about this so much, because I don't know if I have ADD. I've never got tested, but I get distracted a lot.
Mm.
Um, and like the smallest thing can just take me out. So I wanted to know your ideas and your tips for people who struggle to focus, and kind of like how to be productive if you have a short attention span.
Yes. Well, I want to say too, especially if you're listening and you feel like, oh my gosh, maybe I have ADD, you might have it. And so go get tested. Just even to know. Like, I am not on medicine. I'm honestly kind of afraid to get on
Mm.
medicine. I don't know why. I know a lot of people who are. But it's just not my cup of tea. And so, I definitely understand being what a lot of people think is quote unquote absent minded. But so different ways that I focus, I take tons of breaks, tons of breaks. I can't tell you the amount of breaks I take. Like, I cannot work. For some people, a short amount of work time is an hour. Like, oh, I can work for an hour, take a 20-minute break. An hour for me is a really long time.
Mhm.
That is a really long time. And so I prefer not to work longer than about 20 minutes straight. And I will take like a 5-minute break, or
Mhm.
even just a 1-minute break just to like doodle something. Sometimes I'll have a notepad next to me and I'll start a doodle and I basically just finish it throughout. Like, I'm like drawing grass, and then on my next break I'll draw a flower, and then the next break I'll draw a sun. And by the end of the day I have like a full picture. But that helps
I
me.
love that.
And I actually I was gonna talk about this because I didn't realize how helpful it would be. I got a record player,
Mhm.
and I have it sitting away from my desk to where when the record player stops, you have to stand up to like kind of flip it over, start the song over.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how helpful that was for me being a person with ADD, because it's like I don't have to set a timer anymore. I love working with music, so like as soon as it goes off, I have to stand up,
Mhm.
stretch, get some movements out, flip it, come back, and like that's like the perfect break for me. And that's like every 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how long the record is. And
Okay.
so, it's just finding those little different things that work for you. But I take massive breaks.
Mm.
I try to drink water all throughout the day because apparently staying hydrated helps with focus and all that different stuff. I personally knock out my biggest test. Yes, there we go.
Always, always. I cannot think without water, to be honest.
Yes, yes. I knock out my biggest task first in the day, because by the end of the day, my mind is like already super scattered, more scattered than this, because like, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, I'm ready to go home. And oh, after I leave the office, I could probably go to the mall and do this. And so by the end of the day, I need to have those tasks that can be like, they're not major tasks. And I also take these, I don't have them on me right now. I take these little vitamins. They're called Nariva, and
Okay.
they're really just for like memory. They're just brain functioning vitamins. They're like, and I have the chewy ones because I'm a kid and I love chewy, and they're really good. So I do a lot
Okay.
of different things.
No,
Yeah.
that's super helpful. I think those are really nice tips. Thank you. I also have the feeling sometimes when you work a lot in one aspect of your business, like you're doing a lot of content creation, a lot of writing, you don't want to lose the flow, but
Yeah.
then you lose creativity or attention over time, and it's not productive either way. So I really love these kind of tips. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you loved any part of this conversation, make sure that you leave something in your comments that stuck with you and that could inspire someone else to. Make sure that you leave a like and that you are subscribed. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.